team. I'm Stephen Benoon. You're watching Israeli News Live. Breaking news coming out of Israel. Israel has launched an attack on Syrian and Hezbollah positions right on the very border of the Golan, very place there that I have brought reports to you on many times before there when I'm in Israel, looking at Damascus in the background, looking at all these little cities there on the forefronts. And as well, I'm not sure if it's a UN facility there on that border or if it is actually a Syrian military training facility. I remember one day when we were there on that mountain, and I'll just show you that mountain there. This is the region here that we're looking at. I kind of give you a backup view there. You can see the Sea of Galilee here, or the Kinneret. This is Qunaitra right here. This is the Golan, this whole area here. As the Syrians would say, a disputed territory. I believe it's still part of the land of Israel according to biblical times as well. But Qunaitra, right there on the border. Now you see this little dark green spot here on your place there. This is the place where you can go up on the mountain and actually see. I apologize. That's the Israeli military outpost there. Little mountain over here. Apologize for that. But this is where you can actually go up on the mountain there. It doesn't look like a mountain in the picture here, but it is an actual mountain there. Pretty good height on there. You get up there maybe about 1,500 feet. You can go up here. You park right there. You walk out here to the coffee shop, and then excuse me, right there is the coffee shop there. And then right here, you can look down and you can see all the way to Damascus in here. But notice Qunaitra right here. That observatory is up here. This is where it is. We have literally been there when the fighting is hot and heavy going on with the Civil War. Going back in there back in 2014, 2015, different times that I've been there watching the fighting going off. And little small mortar rounds falling even inside of the Israeli line there. Of course, back then Israel wasn't responding by attacking the Syrian army when this was happening. But nonetheless, now today, according to the article here, then this just came out. Sky News just reported this. Couldn't have been no more than about 30 minutes ago. I was watching the tweets going on, trying to find someone besides people just tweeting this to see if we had any legitimacy to the story here, especially after putting up my story this morning, and everybody kind of come after me for putting the title the way I did without putting a question mark. And friends, I did make a notation on that. We loaded that video this morning twice. The first time we did have a question mark. 118 people did see it, so at least I have the witnesses, friends, and people knew I had a question mark originally when I reloaded the video about the Russia taking down the Scud missile there. I didn't have it the second time. I was in such a rush, didn't put the question mark. I apologize for that. Maybe I should just put the word did in front of there. It would have made it a little bit more clear there. But I have to admit, I'm trying to get the attention because I really felt like that article clearly demonstrated that Russia, maybe in a roundabout way, but they were trying to let the world know they controlled those skies there over North Korea there. And it seems that he was implying that without coming right out and saying it, seems that he was implying it. And on top of it, Russia moving the S-300, S-400 system there. Keep in mind, though, as we reported in that same article, though, that Russia's Bulk M missile system was already there, anti-defense system was already there. That's what they could have easily taken out that Scud missile with. And again, alleged, I can't say that they did it for sure. Then someone posted a comment that indeed, yes, Kim Jong-un, according to one televised news, was saying that the missile was shot down. But according to the thing that was shared on our comment section, he was claiming the U.S. actually shot it down. I think if the U.S. would have shot it down, the U.S. would have done a lot more than just shoot down the missile. But my thoughts on that, can't say it's actually so. Anyway, according to the article here, Arab sources on Sky News report that Israeli raids targeted a secret 90 brigade in Qunaitra province in southern Syria. They were targeting both Syrian and Hezbollah forces. Helicopters flew over the border within the Israeli army-controlled areas there. The raids targeted the Hezbollah positions near the headquarters of the secret mentioned. That's the Brigade 90 sites there. According to Syrian military sources, denied any attack on the Brigade 90 sites. The Israeli army has announced that its defenses intercepted aerial target over the Golan Heights from Syria, while sources said that the unmanned aircraft that's going into the issue that happened the other day. But anyway, according to Sky News, they are confirming that yes, there has been a strike there inside of Qunaitra, right there on the Israeli border there, very close to the border. Again, I've stated many times before, if Israel is trying to defend itself, if Israel is trying to stop Hezbollah, I understand that. But what does concern me, as I've shared with you before, let me go back to the map here, just so you can get a bird's eye view on this. The one thing that concerns me is that Israel may be doing some of the weakening of the forces of Syria to make ready for a full-out attack on Damascus. And I remember, you guys, when we reported this issue about Damascus and the U.S. military having sent those military vehicles there to Beirut, as well as the Jordanians and the British and American troops there on the southern border. Kind of do it in a white map, make it a little bit easier there. Right there, here on this border here, in this area right here, which would be to the east of Damascus. They have those troops there, and some reports say they've gone in already under the idea that they're going after ISIS. Some are saying no, that they're still on this side here. And then I caught a lot of flack for it. Only 9 days later, though, we're vindicated that we were right about this, and mainstream media began to bring this out as well. I don't think the Western media has brought it out. But so we have American troops here to the east of Damascus. The U.S., and I was able to prove that one because February 27th, mainstream media did report that the U.S. generals were meeting with the president of Lebanon to bring in military troops there to the west side of Damascus. Israel's down here, the south side of it there. Of course, the U.S. could also go in from Amman directly on there as well. It seems to be that the United States is getting ready in the near future to take down Damascus and remove President Bashar al-Assad from power. And the chemical weapons, alleged chemical weapons attack is only to justify that means. So as I keep seeing steady these things happening right around the border of Israel, again, carefully understand, I support Israel's right to protect their border 100%. Syrian army or not, I respect their right. But I'm just concerned that this may not be the full reason why these things are happening. Friends, I'm just telling you like it is. I love my people, I love my country, but I can guarantee you one thing. You can look it up for yourself. There's many Israelis out there as well have the same sentiments that I do. They don't want us involved in a war with Syria. Don't want us doing some of the things that we're doing, you know. And one of my favorite friends that has already passed away, and that was Barry Chamish. He's been here on Israeli News Live many times, a veteran of the Lebanon war. So, you know, when you're listening out there and somebody tells you that they're former IDF and know what they're talking about, well, Barry Chamish, not only was he former IDF, but he fought and he bled. Well, I don't know if he got wounded, but he fought in the Lebanon war. He was a true Jewish man with all the heart, investigative journalist, and he exposed so many things that are going on, including the very things that I expose as well, and that is, why did our leaders of Israel give the Vatican 60% of the Israeli territory? And so you think I believe everything our government says? I mean, come on, friends, wake up. You got to wake up. All right, I love you guys, but you know, there is a major thing with Rothschilds going on, and that's not the true Jewish spirit. All right, I just have to tell you like it is. I'm not here to pamper everybody on, you know, just support everything that the Israeli government does. You know, Israel, true Israel is Israel at heart. It's the true Jews that come home to see the Messiah, not come home to knock out all of our neighbors. All right? If they come against us, we'll defend ourselves. And if they come against us, God will defend us as well if we stand for what's true. All right? That's where I stand on this. So let me just make it clear there. Now, one other thing real quick before I get ready to close here. I am so glad to finally see somebody stand up for the Kurds. You know, Russia didn't stand up for them. Great. You know, tell how wonderful they were, and you know, and Obama the same way. All the Kurds are great people out there. They're fighting ISIS, doing a good job. Well, Obama helped create ISIS, so we won't even go there. You know, and Russia, the same thing. Putin said they're the best fighters you got for going up against ISIS. But every time the Turks go to attack them, nobody seems to stand up for these guys. Finally, President Trump, I guess, is authorized to put the U.S. on the border with Turkey and make sure that nobody goes to, that the Turks don't keep bombing the Kurds. So I appreciate that. Finally, see President Trump do a really good thing there inside of Syria. I think there's other plans in the workings, but that's one thing there. Pyongyang, Kim Jong-un, I guess that boy just can't get enough of putting his finger. He must be sitting there with his little red button in his hand, maybe kind of like this, and can't wait to just, I got to push that button. He wants to nuke somebody. Well, now he's got Israel in their sights because Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman last week stated on there that Kim Jong-un was an insane and radical leader there. So anytime you make fun of him, if you call him fat, if you call him insane or anything like that, believe me, make sure if you say that about him, just leave him some, coordinates so he can send a nuclear bomb your way, because he's got a lot of people he's wanting to nuke right now. No wonder why the U.S. wants to take this country out. But it comes maybe at a heavy cost. That's a very big concern of mine. Quick thing too, so many of you guys are out there talking about, well, Russia's no different than the United States for a new world order. They're for the new world order. I agree with you 100% on that. Russia is definitely for the new world order, but they're not for the Western new world order. That's what's interesting. It's two different elite power struggle going on from what it looks like to me. Russia's for the BRICS, another new world order. One of our own insiders shared that with me. He said it's just another new world order. But it's a power struggle between the Western bankers and the Eastern bankers. All right, and so they are going for a power struggle. The Western bankers and their group with Europe and all that, they want to bring about a new world order and do away with all the nationalism and get rid of that and set up this new world order. Putin's new world order, they believe in a new world order as well, but they want to make sure every country has its own sovereignty. I don't think any new world order is good. I just tell you like it is. Anyway, if you think that what we're doing here is a blessing, and especially when we bring out the prophetic insights here on Israeli News Live, definitely let us know. We have been offered the opportunity to go on cable television, take Israeli News Live on cable TV across the United States into 20 million homes. And I think it would be a great way to bring a balance to mainstream media in the United States there. And if you would like to be a part of that, we do need your help in doing so. And we've not made a final commitment because I need to really pray about it to see if it's the will of God. I do like the idea of being able to reach more people. And also, if you have a business that could benefit from sponsoring one of the weeks or half, we can put a commercial slot in there for you as well. I'll leave my email address in the description box. And please, if you email me, I know some people, they love me, they want to send me a bunch of news and stuff. Please understand, I get nearly probably 1,000 messages a day. So if you do decide to email me, if you can make it short, I would really appreciate it. If you want to send me something on news or something like that, if it's major critical, send it to me. If it's something that I'm going to see it on news somewhere, just kind of skip over it. I appreciate that as well. We love you. God bless you. Thank you for standing with us here. And again, if you want to donate, just go right on our YouTube channel, right above the subscribe button. We have a donation button there. You can donate there, or IsraeliNewsLive.org. Our mailing address will also appear right here on the screen as we close out. I'm Stephen Benoon with Israeli News Live.